Hello. I hope everyone is doing well today. I'm back. I am Yolanda and I am locating cozy, and this is a broad chat. So thank you guys for coming, for stopping by, or checking out my live stream today. And yeah, we're gonna play some catch up and see what's going on. First of all, I need to check. I need to do some mic check and all this stuff in the background to make sure that I am on properly because I don't know. Sometimes I am good to go and sometimes I ain't. So let's see which one it is today. Oh, dun, dun, dun. Huh. Well, it says that I am live right now, but let me check my mic and make sure. There we go. Okay. I guess I'm good to go. Um, Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I hope everyone's doing well. It is like 7 o'clock here, and yeah, it got dark really early, and it is cold outside. It's cold. It's in the 40s right now. So thank goodness for the heating unit that we have in all the bedrooms, besides the little radiator things that they have in all the rooms. So it's a nice little balance. But let me see here. Let me go in here. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my feet up. I'm trying to get relaxed right now, so bear with me, you guys. I gotta get my feet up, get circulation just right, and then I'll be ready. Okay. So if you are here, if you're joining me live, please do drop a little chat in the comments and say hello to everyone else that's here and to me, please. I'd appreciate it. Um, Today is another great Wednesday, and I've just been so busy. I'm so thankful, but I've just been so busy. And life be happening at warp speed, but I'm just so thankful for all the opportunities that I have right now and all the great things that are going on. But I be drained sometimes. So this is like my calm. This is my calm. Um, there was, whoever, well, if you're part of Exodus Summit, you know I'm from Texas. And if you're not part of Exodus Summit, you know I'm from Texas. And this, I need to fix this just a little bit because I'm like cutting off, I think. Oh, I know what it is. Just a second, guys. I'm like, why is this so high up? Hold on. It's because I had this under here. Okay. This is real life. Okay. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that it's even and it's not like doing some weird stuff. Anyways, yeah, this is real life. It's like you get me in all my glory. Anyways, let's go ahead and say some hellos and happy Wednesdays and happy hump day and all that stuff. So one, I wanted to say, hey, Miss Linda, thank you very much for joining. I really do appreciate you. Um, yeah, topic today seems to be quite interesting. So yeah, we're going to get to that in a little bit. And I also wanted to say, hello, Robin. Oh, hello from Dallas. Yeah, I lived in Dallas for a year before I gave up my apartment and started pet sitting full time. Yeah, I'm going to throw that out there whenever I can. Um, but yeah, uh, thank you for joining. I really do appreciate it. And let's see who else is in here. Ko, I'm sorry, I have my contacts in. So I'm glad to read about this live. Oh, in the Facebook Exodus Summit group. Yes, yes. So they give you an opportunity to kind of get the word out about what's going on and what you're doing. And so I go in every Wednesday and let everybody know what I'm going to be talking about today. The funny thing is this: sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to say today. I have no clue. And so then it'll just come and hit me, and I'm like, that's what you're going to talk about. Yes, real life situations, but sometimes I have no clue what I'm going to talk about until I decide maybe like a couple of minutes, well, not a couple of minutes, maybe a few hours before. And I'm like, you know what, that'd be a good subject. Yeah, so I think this one is going to be hitting. Oh, wait a minute. Hey, D. Yes, it's my partner in crime and my I guess I don't know whether to call you a business partner. We're not quite. Yeah, it's my partner in crime. How about that? Yeah, it's my partner in crime with Exodus Summit. So I'm just thankful and hanging out, and we talk a lot now. Yeah, it's great. And then some chick named Bayesian is here. Stuff. Hey, Christine, thank you for joining. She's somewhere in Zaragoza kicking it. Yeah. And so as you guys know, whenever I start my conversations, my communications, my live chats, I do like to take care of a couple of church announcements. So first and foremost, make sure that you do like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified and the systems will let you know whenever I have uploaded anything or if I am going live like right now. Okay, so make sure you do hit the like and subscribe buttons below. Okay, so here's the deal about this whole liking and subscribing thing. I know that there is supposed to be some great, big, wonderful ways that you can set your algorithms up just right so that you can hit, like thousands and thousands and millions of subscribers, which that is not my goal in life. My goal, the reason why I do this YouTube channel is one, to share my experiences regarding my whole journey from letting go of my apartment to becoming a full-time pet sitter and traveling around, and now I live in Spain, sharing that. um, right now I'm at 477 subscribers, right, here on YouTube. But my real big goal is that I want to be able to parlay my knowledge and my insight into um, um, a business. Yeah, because I do accounting. That's my regular job. But I really want to become, like, I guess, the guru of Zaragoza, and yeah, more on that soon. But yeah, I just want to be able to get the word out so that yes, I would like to be able to have people come and see and come to Spain, and I would like to be one of the people that you can actually say, I want to go hang out with Yolanda because she knows all the great things to do, and she's going to make sure that I have a great time. That's what I want, whether it's relocation or vacation. So my goal is not to hit millions of subscribers, although I will not turn that down. Make no mistake. Okay, make no mistake. But I do want to. I want to get to 500 right now. Get enough subscribers and get the word out, and just become known as the person in Spain, the black girl in Spain that knows something. How about that? Yeah, pretty exciting. So yeah, I am at 477. So the next thing I'm trying to get to like 500, and I know people are like, 500? You put up 50 videos and all you have is 500? Yeah, and that works for me just fine. How about that? Okay. Okay, so um, let me see what else I need to. I'm sorry, I gotta pull up my information, my cheat sheet that tells me everything that I need to know and everything that I need to talk about today. Ah, there we go. Anyways, and then what is going on in what did I just do? Oh, I was like, what is going on here? What's going on in my world? What is going on in my world right now? Well, let's see here. Oh, people are contacting me. Um, well, first of all, I had my granddaughter. Her birthday was last week, and we actually had her birthday party this past weekend, this past Saturday. And my daughter said, "Can you please go and get the decorations, the balloons?" And this is my first time being here with my granddaughter for her birthday. Well, that's not true. Let me rephrase that because I've been here for two birthdays. That's yeah, two birthdays. Yeah, I've been here for two birthdays, I think. But to actually be, I guess, be living here, it's different. It hits a little different. So I was here for her first birthday. I actually came back into town. But for this birthday, it was like, I had to go to the store and get things. I don't know. It just hit kind of different when I think about it. So they said, go get some balloons and some decorations. And I went stupid in the store. I went to the discount store, the city home down the street, and it was like, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I'll get balloons. I will get balloons." I got packs and packs of balloons. I had to actually take it down a notch because when I went up to the front, to pay and they told me how much it was to use the helium tanks, yeah, they was like because I had to turn 3 and I had the big number 3, and yeah, it was like $7 to fill up one, and I'm like, okay, well maybe I don't need to get all the balloons filled with helium. So I just got the number 3, and then some other stuff I was going to have them fill it up, and I was like, no, we'll just blow it up. I will just be out of breath, and that's fine. Okay, but it was really great to have that experience at my daughter's house, and she was enjoying immensely. On that first birthday when everybody was there, she was just like, who are these people and why are they bothering me? So for this birthday party, it was a lot smaller. There was like maybe 4 kids and then like maybe, I don't know, 8 adults. And so it was very low key considering her first birthday. I mean, everybody and their mama was there. It was a lot of people. But this was very nice and intimate and fun. And I have some great footage of her just doing the most. So that's what's going on in my world. A little bit of, I guess, locating my cozy also. Yeah. And what else is going on? I went to, this is just something random that's going on in my world. But so I went to, I love secondhand stores. I love like the resale shops and all that stuff. So I went to one and I found these really cool funky tennis shoes that I was like, I got to get them. And they were like, I don't know, $12, 12 euro. And so, yeah, I didn't realize I had been there before, and I forgot that I had paid with cash before. Efectivo is what they call it, efectivo. Anyways, and I was so excited about getting these shoes and then a couple of other things at this resale shop, and they only take cash. So that was the whole thing. I had to go down the street and figure out how to get to an ATM that accepts Wise, because I don't have a Spanish bank account here yet, and so that was the whole thing. I will be doing, as Dee had suggested, I will be doing a video soon enough about the how to use Wise properly, but I think I need to get a little bit more information before I actually share it with everybody else. Okay, so but yeah, and then there was actually a big. It was supposed to be a big event, like a oh, let's see here. There was supposed to be a big event that was like a big resale event, and it was like 2 days, and you had to reserve a spot to go, and it was free, but you had to reserve a spot. And yeah, uh, I did. I wasn't able to make it. One of the ladies that was here visiting actually went. I felt bad because I couldn't make it at the last minute because the time changed. Anyways, and she said she went, and it was nothing big. It wasn't like as big as they made it seem, and I was disappointed because, she went by herself and she said it was like kind of crappy. So, anyways, I'm still hoping to find some good vintage shops here in Zaragoza. They have some awesome ones in Madrid, but I've only found maybe one that I really liked here in Zaragoza. And I'm going to go back there and get my shoes. Okay. Anyways, what else? Oh, I've said this before, but I just want to put it out there and just say that um, I my Facebook is like usually my Facebook, and I don't really like invite other people in. So if you want to follow me, subscribe to this YouTube channel, right? And then also follow me on Instagram. Yeah, locating cozy on Instagram. Do that. I will be my Facebook group is going to be going live soon. It's called Black and Zaragoza. Just the biz. Yeah. But I'm still handling some things, but I do want to just give you some heads up. So make sure, yes, that you also get on my email list. So you need to subscribe to email so you will know when things are going live, and also when um, I will be having some offerings soon. Okay, here we go. We're going to have some offerings soon of some events coming up in hopefully the spring regarding visiting Spain. So yeah, just go ahead and hit that link right there or in the description, and you will get notifications about upcoming events here in Spain and in Zaragoza and Madrid. Okay, cool. So I always like to ask, how are you locating your cozy? What are you doing to make yourself happy? What are you doing to put yourself first? Where are you at with your plans to quit that job, uh, move abroad, stop suffering so much with all the BS that might be happening in the world? You know what I'm talking about. What are you doing? I would love to know what is going on in your world. What have you done this week to put yourself first and make yourself happy? How about that? What have I done? Let's see. I'm trying to see. What have I done? Oh, well. Okay. All right. I've been cooking a lot more, and I'm really thoroughly enjoying it. So yesterday, okay, so let me back up. I went to Costco about a month ago when it first opened here in Zaragoza, and one of the things that I got was some octopus because I love octopus. I love calamari, squid, I love all that stuff. Anyways, so I had it in there and I was like, I'm going to make this octopus Mediterranean salad. But anyways, I did not. And I found two different recipes on Pinterest and I decided to marry them together. And I made this wonderful risotto with octopus and it was delicious. And my dear person right now that's renting a room from me, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so good. You want to try it? And I was like, it has octopus in it. And she was like, no, we're not doing that. She was very, very gracious, and she was also hell no. So it was very funny. Um, yeah, but it was good. So I have really thoroughly been enjoying cooking. I think because I was gone and doing so much stuff with people, coming in and out of coming to visit me in Spain over the past previous 2 weeks. That now that it's kind of calm, I am really thoroughly enjoying cooking right now and finding random things on Pinterest and just doing it up. I bought a whole steak. I bought a whole ribeye steak the other day, and I cooked it. And I'm not one that knows much about how to make a good steak, but I looked up on YouTube and I cooked it, and it was just delicious. And I was eating it for it made because it's just me, and so it made about a good 4 meals for me at various stages throughout the week. So yeah, I've been cooking. What have you been doing? What y'all been up to? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see, what was she saying here? I swear I think it's time for me to change out my contacts because I'm like I can see and then it's like just a little bit blurry. Um, Although I can see fine far away. But anyways, so again, if you want to get notified about things that are going on, like when my Facebook group does go live, when Black and Zaragoza does go live, or when I have some other things coming up soon, please do get on the mailing list. And let's see. Hey, not before 10. Rosalind, how you doing, girl? Um, Going to the gym for a quick workout and long sauna. You know, I feel very claustrophobic when I'm in a sauna. So I don't know. Hey, girl, hey. I feel pretty claustrophobic when I'm in a sauna sometimes. So I haven't been in one in years, so I'm not opposed to it. Maybe I might not feel that way now, but it's been a while. Anyways, so let's talk about, excuse me, today's topic. Okay, so and I'm just gonna bring this over here, so I'm not trying to like look over to the side too much. There we go, and I don't have to necessarily look at myself either. Ah, cool. This works. So the reason I wanted to talk about creating your own path and embracing your ability, the freedom of doing things on your own, just going solo, because I've heard so many times um, throughout life, I can't do it because I can't do that by myself. Who's gonna go with me? Yeah, I've heard that so many times. And actually, after my youngest moved out, I think after she graduated from high school, I was in a I was trying to find things to do for myself. And this was, back in the 2000s somewhere. Anyways, um, I was trying to find things to do, and I wasn't quite sure. I remember just kind of reaching out to friends and and my daughter's like, well, I want to do this. I finally moved. I was in the suburbs of Houston, and then once my youngest graduated, I actually moved back down into the city, which I was super excited to be back in the city because the suburbs for me don't mix. It's not. It doesn't do me any good. So, anyways, I I just remember just saying, I want to do this. I want to go out. And I was waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to go with me. And I remember, like we went to a jazz, a blues club or something like that, me and a friend. And I was like, yay, I get to go out with my friend. Now I can go out. And then, like one time, like me and my daughter went someplace and it was like, yay, my daughter still love me. Now I can go out. And I had to learn to do things by myself. I had to say, because, at the time I was a pretty young mother, but so most of my friends that were my age, or, they either had kids that were much younger. So I didn't have a lot of friends that were like, out there and single and doing their own thing where they can just get out at any time. So the first thing that I did, I remember the first thing that I did, I found what's that thing? What's that group? Uh, God, I can't remember the name of it now. The meeting group. Why can't I think of the name of that group right now? Somebody help me out. It's like you can go on there and find things to do. Meetup, that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Meetup, right? Yep, that's it. So I'm making a name up right now. I have to go on there and see. But you can go in and it's like I was able to find like hiking group. I was able to find like-minded people that were into books. So I joined some book clubs. Um, I joined some fellow foodies that wanted to go out and go someplace to eat. It was really great to have that and find things to do without the support of my friends. It was really, really great. Thank you. Yes, Meetup. I was like, why can't I remember this? I've used it recently and it just went out of my brain. Um, but I wanted to take it a step further. It is great to find things to do with other like-minded people. It is absolutely wonderful. I went on a hike, and I'll never forget this. For Mother's Day one year, I went on not a hike, not up sides of mountains or anything like that, but it was like somewhere in Texas, like flatland. But we walked a good, I don't know, probably 10, 11 miles. I don't know. And just enjoying nature. And it was just so beautiful. And I remember it was on Mother's Day and my daughters called me. One was like, they actually called me at separate times and they were like, where are you at? And I was like, I'm on a hike. And they're like, with who? I'm like, with a group that I found, with a group that I found online. And I remember my daughters at different times, they were like, why didn't you invite us? It's like, what? Okay. I'm trying to create a relationship where I'm not dependent on my daughters to have to do something. I shouldn't have to wait for my daughters and they have their own lives. This was my thinking, right? But my daughters that initially were just like not having it. They were actually offended because we did do a lot of fun things together. So when I started doing things on my own, they were like, why didn't you tell us about it? Okay, so that was pretty funny. Yeah. But I wanted to take it a step further. And that's when I said, I'm going to go to a restaurant and sit down by myself. I'm going to do that. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to go to a jazz bar by myself and listen to some nice music by myself. Um, that was just, one of the little things that I would do for myself and just make myself sit by myself. Now, in this day and age, of course, you have your phone and you're just like looking, and I'm guilty of that. I don't go and sit down and read a wonderful book or just, sit and look at the stars or, the ocean view or whatever. I go and I'm usually on my phone, but I still can go and sit now and just enjoy. And then also, as you guys pretty much know, I'm pretty much a people person anyways. So one of the other things that I have done since I work remote, and I've been working remote since 2018, I would get kind of stir crazy sitting at home and, being at home all day long. And I would, at the end of my workday, I would actually go to a bar, sit at the bar, and I would get to know the bartenders. I go maybe have one or two cocktails, have my appetizers, and then I head back home because I need to be around people. And also, I'm the type that I will strike up a conversation with people. That, yeah, I don't meet strangers hardly ever, unless they just get on my nerves. So, let's see. Oh, okay. I am just think I'm just going through here. Yes. She said, "Sister friends are the best." It is really great, and again, I hardly meet strangers now because I'm gonna talk to somebody, and I think sometimes I get on people's nerves too. I can't lie. Okay, but yeah, I'm the type that I like to go and do things. But the thing is, how do you take that to the next level? How do you go from I want to go and have dinner by myself to I'm going to go travel the world by myself? Or I'm going to go, maybe not even the world. Maybe I'm going to go to another city and sit up in a hotel or go to some concert by myself. Maybe I don't necessarily need to have somebody go with me. I met this wonderful lady when I was moving here in April, and she was going to London by herself for her 31st birthday. She said the year before, she had planned everything with a group of friends to go for her 30th birthday, and she said it was crap because of a couple of things. She was like, people canceled at the last minute and didn't give a proper warning. Then when she went with some friends, they were just like wanting to do too much or not enough, or they were just complaining about everything. And so this year, for her 31st birthday, she said, "I'm going by myself." Didn't ask anybody's permission, didn't ask anybody what they thought. She just said, "I'm going by myself." And so I met her at a bar in the airport as we were getting ready to catch our respective flights. And we had a nice conversation. And I told her, of course, about me moving to Spain, and I told her about Exodus Summit and all these things. And we were both in awe of each other because I wish at 30 I had, well, I wish at 30 I had the financial resources, but never too late. But I wish at 30 I had the confidence to jump up then and say, "I'm out," and go do my own thing. And it's so great to see, women, especially Black women, embracing their independence, embracing their ability to not be tied to anything that's going to say or anyone that's going to tell them, "I really don't think that you should go," or, what if scenarios. How about this lady, 30 years old or just turning 31, just jumped on a plane and told, I think she said that she bought the ticket maybe at the last minute. I can't remember if she said it was the last minute, but she was basically like, she didn't tell anybody. She just told them when she was getting ready to go, "I'm out. Goodbye. I'll see you guys in a week or so." That's pretty cool. So I was going to put some things on here. So bear with me. So, what is something that you have done or something that you want to do, but maybe you have been afraid to do it by yourself? Or you think that you shouldn't do it by yourself? Who's in your ear? Are you in your ear telling yourself not to do it, or is somebody else in your ear saying, "No, you shouldn't do that," or "Wait until I can go too"? Oh, I love this. Uh, Kaya says, she said, "That's where I am now, finding my own interests without my adult children." That's it's a weird thing initially, but then once you're in it, man, you are in it, and it feels great to find things that you just want to do. And there's been so many things that I've done by myself, and then my daughters will be like, "Well, I want to go check that out. I want to go with you." And of course I do. If they want to come, they come. But there's no burden on them or on me because I'm just discovering and figuring out what I like and what I don't like. And I can find that out without anybody in my ear telling me that I should like it. Hmm. So, what was your first, how do I say it, an inspiration? Think on that first inspiration that made you say, like, "I think I can do this." Whether it's, "I think I'm going to move to another country by myself," or, "I think I'm going to go someplace and maybe pet sit by myself." "I think I'm going to go get a hotel room and chill and do a staycation by myself." Doesn't matter if you're married. Doesn't matter, if you have, of course, being responsible. Okay, I'm not saying, like leave kids abandoned, but if you have the ability to have, even if you have kids, like younger kids, you have the ability to maybe they go with, a family member for the weekend, and you just say, I'm not going to just stay at home and do nothing. I'm going to go out by myself. I'm going to go get a hotel and just do a staycation for overnight or for the weekend by myself. I'm going to go to the spa by myself. What inspired you to say, I think I can do that by myself? And if you haven't done the by myself thing yet, what is it that you really want to do that you're still kind of concerned or scared, excuse me, to go for it? Hmm. I'm, I'm just going to start what you just said. Okay, hold on, because that's good. I'm going to come back to that. So, the first time that well, okay, so the first time I went, like, did it, left the country was a graduation present from my daughters for me going to college at Adelaide. Then we went to Costa Rica, and that was great. But that's also when I got the bug. Um, I have not really traveled by myself until I came back over to Spain in 2021. And the thing was, I love my daughter who lives here. But when I came here the first time and we met up in Barcelona, I felt the pressure of having to be on the very specific schedule. And then with her being living here for a while, it was like she was telling me different things and showing me and, setting this expectation because she already had working knowledge of living in Spain. So that pressure was a bit much for me. So when I came back to Spain to visit her, I spent a week in Madrid by myself first. And it was great because I was moving at my own pace. And if I got lost, I'll find my way back. It's okay. That's the great thing about when you're actually doing your own solo thing. Google Maps works, I think, in most areas. So I can get lost if I want to stop and sit down and look at the sky or whatever it is, it's okay because I'm on nobody else's time but my own. When I was in Texas and I would be pet sitting, if you don't know, I don't do big freeways. I don't. I can't do it. So like those big overpasses, they look like roller coasters. They look like roller coasters in Texas, or namely in Houston. Or if I don't know, like if I come into a city and I don't know where the big freeway overpasses are, I'm taking the feeder. I'm getting off the freeway. And when I'm by myself, I can do that without judgment. I don't care because nobody's in the car with me, looking at me, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. These are things that I enjoy doing by myself. When I am driving with somebody else might tell me I'm a bad driver. When I'm by myself, I'm a perfect driver. I do no wrong. So if I get lost, it's okay. If I take the scenic route wherever I want to go, it's okay. Nobody can argue with me. The only person that can tell me that I'm wrong is myself, and I'm not wrong. Even when I make a mistake, I'm not wrong. It was meant to be this way. Oh my goodness. So it's just about, I've never been married. I have relationships, but never been married. So I am, society tells you that you're supposed to be doing things a certain way. Family is telling you that you're supposed to be doing things a certain way. Um, and I found out that that's not true. As long as I'm not breaking any laws, that's not true. Do it your way. Figure it out. Make your mistakes. Embrace the mistakes. Keep it moving. I don't call them mistakes. I call them learning lessons. I learned something valuable today. I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. I'm by myself. It doesn't affect anybody else but me, myself, and I. So let me see what we're talking about here. I think I'm giving some good advice, right? Okay. Ah, let's see here. Oh, As the family friends from both are extremely concerned about this solo trip, but I asked them to come months before. Now, I am extremely happy with whenever I have, like, I've had my sister in law came over, love her. She's one of my life sisters. My daughters have come over. I've had so many people come to visit, and I absolutely love it. I absolutely appreciate and value and love showing people around. Um, and I had one family member that was like, "Oh, yeah." I had one family member that was like, "Well, what's gonna happen with your kids when you leave?" And I was like, "My kids are grown. What are you talking about? How, what does that have to do with what is me traveling or going to another country or going to? I was going to Mexico for 2 months. I think that's what it was." And she was like, "What about your kids?" And I'm like, "My kids don't even live in the same city that I'm in." So that didn't make any sense. Yes. Okay. So Rosalind, I always tell this story about Rosalind. Said Rosalind like was like, yes, I'm just going to get up and go. And you know what? That's what's so great also about this experience to meet all these other women that are doing it, that are like, I'm just gonna go bop around for a couple of months or whatever it is that they're doing. It's been amazing to meet other Black women that like I've made so many wonderful connections, and I feel like with some wonderful women in Mexico that I know whenever I go back, will reconnect with them, and it's been absolutely wonderful. And I want to be that for other people. It's like you're here, okay, let's get together. Don't just drop in and expect me to drop everything. But yeah, yeah, let's make it happen. What is this? Ah, hold on. Uh. What is something I'm trying to see here? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I was going to take this and stuff. So, Jalinda says, with 4 kids under 11, I know my husband and I need moments alone, breathing time. So we each take occasional solo weekends away, just staying at a hotel. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. You just came back from, are you still in France? Okay. I think you're back. No, you're back now. You're back now. This stuff, yeah. Y'all be taking good vacations. And so, but yeah, it's important that you have a break and take time for yourself and learn how to do it well. Learn how to do it well. Don't be like, I guess I'll try it, and then feel guilty about doing something wonderful just for yourself. Stop that. Okay, you deserve a break today. Says doing a day trip to Paris and other side excursions by myself on my birthday trip gave me great feelings of traveling solo, even though the majority of the trip was with my daughter. Yeah, so even yeah, and her partner. So even when you are literally you might be traveling with a group, still take some time and just be like, I'll see y'all when I see you. I'm going to go do this by myself. We went to Hawaii. There was like a group of us that went to Hawaii in 2022. Yeah, in 2022. And some of them, most of them actually went parasailing and all these things, which I don't do. I'm not getting on boats and jumping off and being in parachutes and all that stuff. So they wanted to do that. I said, okay, well, you guys go have some fun. I'll see you later. And I did like a tour around the island. Were we on Hawaii? Think that's where we were. Anyways, I did a tour, the pineapple, like around the entire island, and I had the best time. It was absolutely wonderful, no regrets. And then, I saw them that evening, and we had dinner. And it was cool. And so even when you're with a group of people, go do your own thing. It's okay. I've heard of some people that have taken cruises, and they're like, and they go up, get off the ship, and maybe do their own excursion. Or no, I take that back. Who was it? I think it was one of my family members that said what they do is whenever they get to like a particular port where everybody gets off, they said they actually stay on the ship, on the cruise ship, because it's so nice and quiet and nobody's bothering them. They have complete run of the entire ship, while everybody else is off and doing the excursions and spending all the money in the tourist spots. Interesting. I like that a lot. So, I don't know, just a second. Um, so yeah, there's always room for solo activity. Write down. You know what? Write it down. If there's some things that you haven't done yet, that maybe in your mind, so, like I said, either yourself or somebody else is in your ear or in your head telling you that you shouldn't do it. Write it down. I'm not one to really do vision boards. As I look at my big whiteboard over here, okay, that I need to actually update. But write it down and then see what you might need to do to implement it. I think that's great to really write down what we all sometimes we write down, we do the journaling and everything, but sometimes I feel like when we're writing, even when we're writing down what we think we should be saying on pen and paper. That's our private journals. And I'll say this, I have done that before. I don't do that anymore. I don't really journal that much. But yeah, when I do write my thoughts down, I try to be honest and sincere with myself about what I want and not being. I feel like we as women, especially as Black women, we're told so much of what we shouldn't be doing that even when we're talking to ourselves and having the most intimate conversation within ourselves, sometimes we cannot be honest with what we really want. And that's sad. That's sad and it's hurtful to yourself to not even be honest with your own internal thoughts. So I would love for you just to write down maybe five things. Five things. Whether you want to go take a walk in the park and not talk to anybody, whatever it is. I'm just like thinking of some things and stuff. It could be something so simple and it could be something really big. But maybe write down five things that you know that you would like to really honestly within yourself do something. Maybe you want to go take a pottery class. If you want to take a cooking class. Yes. Maybe you want to do a pole dancing class. Maybe. Something that you want to do. It's nobody else's business. And then maybe do it. I encourage that. Small daily, just some kind of, even if you have to build up to it. So, like I said, maybe have that list of five things, and then maybe start with a daily practice of one of those things. One of the things that can actually be like the jump start to leading up to the big thing. Yeah. Okay. And so sometimes it starts with just, I'm not one for, I'll say I'm not one for meditation, but I ain't gonna knock it because I do know this. When I'm sitting down and feeling that peace within myself, I can I can visualize the opportunities and kind of focus more on what I might need to do and the steps I need to do to get to that next level. Never in a million years did I think that I would be moving to Spain and showing other Black women around. Uh, Nope, didn't. But I was open to new experiences. That much I did know. I knew that I needed to, and I think some of you have heard me say this before. I needed to let go of a lot of things and a lot of things physically and emotionally and mentally for me to move on to where I am now. And I think it's a continuous cycle. I'm sure that there's some things that I'm going to have to let go of in I don't know, in the next 6 months in order to bring in whatever I need to be doing in 2025. I don't know everything. I have goals. I have ideas of what I need to do, and I have set up processes to make sure that I can get them done. But if I feel like there's something that I need to let go of and stop pushing it, not because it's out of fear, but because maybe there's something bigger that I need to focus on. And I want to express this. I'm not talking about like shiny red penny syndrome because I go squirrel. I'd be like, ooh, that looks interesting. This is not what I'm talking about. When I say let go of things to let in, I mean, what is it that you've been holding on to for so long? or for maybe 2 months too long, okay, that is actually probably holding you back, and you feel it. You absolutely feel it. You may not want to admit it, but you feel it. These are the things that I'm saying I need to know when to let go of something that is no longer serving me. And that's what I hope that you will come across and come to understand with whatever your needs are. I had to let go of some things in order to let in. For me, also, most of you know, one of the things that or some of the things I had to let go is when I let go of my apartment, instead of me trying to sell everything or put everything in storage, I let it go. I know that's easier said than done for a lot of us. I get that. Don't get me wrong. But something in my spirit, I call it the spirit, God, whatever, something in my spirit was saying, you need to let this stuff go in order for you to let in whatever's about to happen. And I feel when I let go, there was like a rush of things that just came in. When people ask me, how did you get a 5-year visa in Spain and you don't have an NLB? It wasn't a non-lucrative visa or anything like that. I think because I was letting go of the things that were stressing me out and listening to and following, I guess, some directions, like my attorney. um, I wasn't letting the negativity, any kind of negativity, which was not, it was very minute, but if I felt like there was any negativity coming my way as far as people or negative experiences, as far as like paying, $300 a month for storage for stuff that I'm not going to see for who knows how long, let it go. So doing those small daily practices can lead up to something bigger. Okay. Um, you want to gradually, I would suggest that you gradually, in order to start moving into and enjoying and embracing your solo journey, maybe stepping into things that might make you a little uncomfortable, embracing it. That stuff that's going to make you a little uncomfortable. Why? Because you need it. You need to get out of your comfort zone. We all need to get out of our comfort zone. Think about it. I'm not telling anybody to up and quit your job and not have any kind of finances. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. But think about it. Getting out of your comfort zone of having somebody talk stupid to you on a daily basis because you need that job, start building that plan so you can make possibly other, uh, start making the plan so that you can actually maybe move away from what's holding you down. So, yes, step into that zone that's going to make you a little uncomfortable so you can get through all that mud and muck and all these other things and stuff that's holding you down. And then I feel like it's going to allow you to flourish. I know that these like all these little, these little words of wisdom and all that stuff. Yeah, okay. I get it. I get it. But it's the truth also. Okay. It's like, oh, let me just give you all these positive affirmations and you shall see. It's not that, but it's the truth. It is the truth. Y'all know one of my favorite. I need to get a T-shirt that just says "You got to go through it to get to it." You got to. So let's see here. Wow. You know what? As I'm talking right now, I'm realizing I needed to hear myself say that sometimes. 'Cause even when we get on here and we talk and we do the lives and we just give our insight and I share like what my experience has been, and then I'm like, "Girl, you really needed to hear that." Yeah. Hey, April, how you doing, hon? She says, letting go of some physical, emotional things opens up room to become the woman that you are meant to be. Amen. That is the absolute God's honest truth. Better tell somebody. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I'm not sure. Okay, so thank you so much, Dee. Um, what was I doing here? Let's see here. Kaya said that she's in the scouting stage, learning skills to work remotely, planning to move abroad. Absolutely. Everybody has the reason why they want, everybody has a reason why they're here right now. Whether you're an Exodus Summit, well, you have a reason why you're looking at this live stream right now. You have a reason. Dig into that. Why did you want to talk and wanted to hear me talk today about doing things solo? One, because sometimes I think one of the reasons is, again, who's in your head telling you that you shouldn't go do it solo? Who's in your ear right now that's saying, I don't know if that's such a good idea. You know, the world is crazy. It sure is. It sure, it sure is. And what's your point? My point exactly. The world is crazy. It's for, especially in the U.S. right now. Come on, it sure is. And I want to embrace and love and cherish every moment that I possibly can without the stressors, the unnecessary stressors that you have in your life. And so sometimes you can't wait for that other person. I'm not saying leave your husband, okay? That's not what I'm saying. But if somebody is actually holding you back, and it's like they much rather have you there in wallowing or seeing that you're in pain and that you're unhappy and that you're needing more, that's when you have to really consider, I think I need to go solo. I wish for everyone here to stop waiting on the approval from someone else, okay? And if it's you that's telling yourself, don't wait on that approval from you. Just keep moving forward. How about that? Keep moving forward. Um, Even if it's you telling yourself, girl, no, I don't think I can do that. That's just too much. But you're here. You're here right now because you needed somebody in the group chat, or me to give you some kind of validation about why you need to keep moving forward on this journey to quit that job or move to another country or move to another state, or go on your sabbatical or go on leave for a while or whatever it is that you need to do to secure to put your health first, put your mental well-being first. There's a reason why you're here. So here's something. How about you take the action before you are fully healed? There's a personal struggle that you can go through and things that are weighing us down that you may not feel the healing until you're actually out of the situation. So before you are fully healed and you be like, well, I have to work through all these things. I'm not saying leave the country and don't see doctors or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. Y'all know that, right? Okay. But what I am saying is waiting on waiting on your entire being from head to toe, inside out, um, emotional, all these things to be completely healed before you make that next move is doing a disservice to you. Now, I am not saying come over to another country and bring your drama or bring all the drama into somebody else's life. That is not what I'm saying. We still have to work on ourselves. We have to. But I don't think it's necessary for you to be healed. Get your therapy, find out, get some root cause and understand what you need to work on. But I don't believe that you have to be fully healed. But I would like to think that you're a work in progress. Okay. I would like to think that you are working on yourself and not just running away from a situation and not recognizing what ails your soul. What ails you? Yeah, what ails you? What is hurting you? Because even if you leave, when you leave that crappy job, the PTSD, the burden, the pain is still there that you have to get through. Okay. So you may not need to be fully healed, but please, for the love of God, please be working on a plan that's going to help you to get to the better place physically and mentally so you can really truly appreciate it. I speak from what I speak from what I know this. I know from what I'm speaking. That's it. That's how you say it. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Um, there's a lot of self-realization that I would strongly encourage you to work on so that when you leave out of that crappy situation, whatever it is, financially, whatever it is, that you want to do your very best to have the most positive outcome and make sure you don't go backwards. We're not going to backslide and go to another country or start your business or have enough money saved up and then you're not healed enough financially to know what your next move should be as far as securing your finances. You're not sure what your next move should be so that you're not like still like huddled in a corner crying because of that horrible job and then you end up picking the same another job with the same bad or another opportunity that is just as bad. So knowing your self-worth and stepping out on your own by yourself, not fully healed, but a work in progress is extremely important, I think. Because if you take it with you, if you take that pain, whatever the burden is with you, you're not going to you're not going to feel that release that so many women are experiencing right now. You're not going to feel that wonderful release of the pressure and the stress right now. I am freaking happy right now because by myself, without anybody's permission, I decided that I only want to do contract consulting part time. I have not worked full time in a year. The job that I took, the consulting job that I took on before I left, 80 hours a month, making more than I was working full time. I'm not going to ask anybody's permission for it. I'm not looking for anybody's approval for it. I did this by myself. Now, I had some guidance, don't get me wrong. I had some guidance. Thank you, April. Positively Prill, thank you so much. I had some people helping me out and cheering me on. But um, not waiting for somebody else to give me permission to do things the way I want to do it. Amazing, girl. So let's see here. Let's go to the comments and see what y'all saying. Okay. Just this is some good stuff. I'm like, girl, you need to write this down. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, so uh dun, 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 dun. April said, I cannot see, and I don't want to put on my glasses. Oh no, you already have that on here. Just a second. Brain thoroughly picked. Oh, thank you. Just again, I didn't know what the hell I was going to be talking about today. I had no clue what I was going to be talking about today. And again, just a few hours before, I was like, this is what you need to talk about. This is what you need to talk about. Because I decided that I was not going to talk about the craziness of the world right now. I want to be diligent in focusing on what you need to heal, to make yourself better, to give you options that the world or the US is trying to tell you that you shouldn't have. Okay. So that's my goal. I don't want to talk about what happened last week or that person who shall not be named. I'm not doing it. All I want to do is send good vibes and good advice or insight that helps you to get up from wherever you are to start moving, girl, to get the hell out of wherever it is that's holding you down. Okay. uh, letting go of future narratives, letting go of future narratives and expectations. Letting go of, again, talking yourself right out of the happiness. I'm going to get a little bit crude now, but I'm going to go ahead and say this because it was just in my brain. I remember there's been a couple of times I've been on a date because, I'm single. And I just remember years ago, a couple of different times I went on a date, but there was one particular guy that I was on a mission. I just had one mission. That was it. And it was a guaranteed mission for me. I was like, it's time. Went on a date. This guy talked himself straight out of the mission. He talked himself straight out of it. I'm like, dude, just had to shut up for just a few more hours and we're happy. Talked himself straight out of it. Okay. This is what I'm saying is I know y'all are probably like, damn, really? Are you just gonna? Yes, I said that. I said that. And the reason I say it is because sometimes, again, you it's there's a reason why. Hold on just a second. I am trying to get this. My camera is doing something weird. Yes, it's doing all kinds of wonderful things. Okay. And so I just think about that because what is going on with mine? Hold on, guys. It's just doing so much right now, and I can't. There we go. There we are. I'm just trying to find my notes because I do need my notes. Um, sometimes you can you think that you can foresee what's going to happen. So you'll tell yourself, I can't do that because I already know how this is going to end. You're creating a narrative of a situation that you haven't even stepped into yet. How's that working for you? So this is what I mean. It's like trying to um oh, loose intentions. I'm sorry, I was looking at this just a second. But yeah, talking yourself out of going someplace because of a narrative that's been created. When I went to Rabat last year to do a pet sit, because I was supposed to go to Morocco to meet the ladies of Exodus Summit in Marrakesh. I ended up going to Morocco because I couldn't go to the Exodus Summit meetup in Marrakesh. Had never been to Rabat, but I had a ticket because it was just a ticket to Morocco. And I was excited. And then everybody was like, you're going to Morocco by yourself? Now, I had done my research. I've been doing my research and reading up on some things to understand what to expect, even though it was nothing like, well, it was as expected, but I was prepared. But to speak of what was going to happen to me versus what actually happened to me are completely two different things. Thank goodness I didn't go with the narrative that at first I was starting to believe what some people were saying, like, no, you can't go to Morocco, you can't do this, you can't wear these clothes, you can't do this. Now, no, nope, completely different narrative. It was a wonderful experience. I look forward to going back to Rabat one day. It was very humbling and very beautiful, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I literally stayed in in the old Medina in the Riyadh. If somebody's in the room of somebody's house that treated me just absolutely wonderful. And had I listened to the narrative that was being created for me, I would have not gone and would never have known any different. I just would have said, well, they made sense, so I shouldn't do it. Don't create a narrative or don't listen to the narratives that somebody else is trying to put in your life. Please, please, and thank you. Yeah. You have now I'm not saying, I want to be clear, there's going to be challenges wherever you go. There's going to be things that come up and you have to be able to work with it and be like, okay, either this is a big deal and we need to go another way and figure this out, or this is not a big deal and we just have to adjust, period. Yeah, I've had pretty much, I just have to adjust my expectations. So I don't want anybody on here thinking like, Yolanda said, just do it and it'll all be gravy. That's not what I'm saying, okay, at all. I'm saying Don't talk yourself, please and thank you, don't talk yourself out of something because you've created a narrative of what's going to happen, or you listen to someone else tell you this is how it's going to go down. Them folks over there crazy. That's a Muslim country. You can't do this. Yeah, they're gonna, you're gonna be sold into, what was that, the white slavery or whatever it is. It's like, okay, so everybody knows where I am, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check this out. And it was a very beautiful experience. It was a very different experience, sometimes a little challenging, but it was still a beautiful experience. So, what else? I think I have one more thing. Oh, be in community with a group that supports you. If and most of us know you're either with Exodus Summit, you're with Black in Portugal, you're with our WhatsApp group, the Texas Sisters, or the We Out 2025 group. Excuse me. It is important that you don't try to do this alone. Go solo, travel alone, go for it. Have the support that you need to and to be informed. Have the support that you need so you can make informed decisions, and the support that you need from people that are cheering you on. Not just like, okay, girl, I guess I'll see you later. Good luck. Not that. I mean, people that are cheering you on, kumbayaing you down, just like, go, girl, you got it. Solo, do it. Okay. That's what you need. And that's what you need on your side. Okay. I know that you have family that loves you and you have friends that love you and they only want the best for you. But sometimes them wanting only the best for you is their version of what your best is. Okay. So please don't limit yourself based on how much someone loves you enough to tell you that you need to sit down and be still. Okay. We are in your corner. We want you to succeed. We want you to go and do amazing things. You should not accept less than what you want. Okay. So make a plan and let's go for it. If you need to get up, after oh gosh, who was that? Oh, I can't remember the lady's name that, like, after going to the Texas Sisters meetup in Dallas, she said she was up at 3 in the morning booking her booking her flight to Thailand. I love that. I love that. If I'm sitting up here talking and somebody says I'm going to go right now and go, I'm going to go get a hotel for the weekend right now, or I'm just going to go fly off to, I don't know, I'm going to fly up to Monterey, California for the weekend just because I want to. Do it. Please do. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to close this out. But I'm going to just actually check on and see who's saying what before we let it go. Is there a link to the We Out to 2025 group? Yes, there is. You need to be in Exodus Summit in order to join that particular group. Why? The We Out 2025 group, WhatsApp group, is actually an extension of an extension for support for the women of Exodus Summit. So if you join Exodus Summit, you can go to I think Francis has it under the salon. I'm not sure. Reach out to me. I'm trying to think, and if anybody knows for sure, I can't remember if she has it under the salon. But first and foremost, please do join Exodus Summit, so then you have access to all the wonderful support of one of many Black women that are on the mission to do solo travel, to stop paying rent and mortgage and sell their house or whatever it is. Whatever your goals are, you got a support system in Exodus Summit. Okay, and thereby you have support in me, and you will find that group. Okay. I think that is it. Again, I do want to. She says she's going there now. Yay! Yay! Instead of you will be able to find me, put in my name. Once you join, put in my name. Once they accept you, put in my name, Yolanda, and you will be able to find me. Okay. And then I'll get that information to you for the WhatsApp group for the We Out. Okay. But start there. And with that, what else do I want to say? Again, make sure that you do like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I want to get to, I'm not trying to get to 1 million, will not deny it. It's a possibility. All things are possible, but I'm just trying to get to 500 right now just because I said I want to. That's it. And with that, please do make sure that you do like and subscribe. I'm going to also just put on here, I do have on my YouTube channel, in the description actually down here, there's some other playlists. Like I have a playlist that talks about my experiences in Spain overall. I have a playlist of, I think I have like a video or playlist of like maybe I think 4 or 5 videos about my experience living here in Zaragoza. And I also have a playlist of my pet sit because I gave up my apartment a year and a half ago, and I pet sit full time for a year and a half. And so I have some great videos about that experience. And if you're interested in pet sitting, yes, check out my information. And there's also a referral code if you want to get with trusted house sitters. And any questions? Anything? Um, sure do appreciate y'all. I'm so glad if you've been inspired by all my insight and just, how I'm doing in life and how much I think that you can do. You can do it. Yes, you can. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you hanging out with me for today. If you're watching the replay, please do make sure that you put a comment when you do watch the replay and let me know because I would love feedback and I try to make sure I respond to everybody. Okay, I'll talk to y'all later and have a good day. Let's go ahead and see if I can get some music going out of here. Let's see, will this work? Will this work? Yes, it will. No, well, wait. Ah, thank you.